Hello, everyone. Welcome to Game 73 of the 2018 Colorado Rockies Strat O Matic Super Advanced Replay. Today, the Rockies host the New York Mets, where German Marquez for the Rockies faces Jason Vargas of the Mets. And we'll just go ahead and get started here. Leading off for the Mets, the left-handed hitting right fielder Brandon Nimmo. And Nimmo takes high and outside on a 3-1 count, and that's ball four. And the leadoff man is aboard. And they will hold him on. And here is the switch-hitting second baseman as Drupal Cabrera. Here's the pitch to Cabrera. And that is a line drive, and that'll get down. Blackman cuts it off, but Nimmo hits second and goes to third. And the Mets have runners on the corners with nobody out. And here is the center fielder, Michael Conforto, with runners on the corners and nobody out. And the Mets looking for a good start here. And fly ball left field. Going back a few steps is Cuevas. He'll make the catch. But easily coming in from third to score is Nimmo. And the Mets take the lead 1-0 on a good piece of fundamental hitting by Conforto. And there is one out with a runner on first. And here's the third baseman, Todd Frazier. And, oh, that's inside. And they're going to say it hits the jersey. So Frazier reaches, and Marquez is looking to settle down here a little bit. And here is Dominic Smith, the left fielder. That's a long fly ball. Deep right field. Looking up is Gonzalez. He will watch it go. Home run, Dominic Smith, 3-run home run. And the Mets have left this Rockies crowd stunned before their beers can even get warm. And the Mets jump out to a 4 spot here. And the pitching coach is going to come out and try to calm Marquez down. Oh my. And here's Wilmer Flores playing first base today. And that's a line drive right to the first baseman, Desmond, and that's 2 away. And here is the catcher, Kevin Plawecki, played for the Indians in 2019. And here's the pitch to Plawecki with 2 outs and nobody on, and the Mets leading 4-0. And that's high and outside ball 4. So the 8th man to bat in the inning is the pitcher, Vargas. And here's the pitch to Vargas. They're not holding Plawecki on. And against the lefty Vargas, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Mets send 8 to the plate and score 4. And we go to the bottom half of the first. The Mets 4 and the Rockies coming to bat. Vargas appreciates the run support, and he will face the second baseman, DJ LeMahieu. And it's a fly ball to center field. Coming in a couple steps is Conforto, and he will make the play. 1 away. And here is Charlie Blackman, the center fielder. And that play is for the catcher, Plawecki. He should easily make that play. And an E5 and a 9. There is none. And that is a little nubber out in front of the plate. Plawecki gets it, takes his time, throws to first, and that's 2 away here in the bottom half of the first. With the Mets leading 4-0. And here is Nolan Arenado. And that's a Line drive, that'll get down. Over to cut it off is Conforto to hold Arenado to a single. And that's first hit for the Rockies today. And here is the shortstop, Trevor Story. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. So side is retired here in the bottom half of the first. After one complete, it's the Mets 4 and the Rockies nothing. And here is Marquez facing the bottom of the order. Ahmed Rosario, the shortstop. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. And here is Nimmo. Again, he walked and scored his first time up. And that's a line drive. Oh, and great job cutting it off by Blackman. Hold Nimmo to a single. He's on base for the second time today. And now 1-15 they won't steal. All right, so they will hold Nimmo on at first. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera singled and scored his first time up. All right, right back to the mound. Marquez will have some difficulty with this. Can he make the play? E3 and a 4, he actually gets to it. E15 and a 9. There is no 9. Great play by Marquez. Heading towards the third baseline, throws off balance, and they get Cabrera. However, Nimmo moves to second, but the Rockies will take the out. So great play by Marquez. 2 outs, runner on second. And here is Michael Conforto, sacrifice fly his first time up. And that's a swing and a miss, strike three. So Marquez settles down here in the second inning. After 1.5, it's the Mets 4 and the Rockies nothing. And Vargas will face the first baseman, Ian Desmond. And that's a fly ball left field. Dominic Smith will not get to this. In fact, I think it'll go over his head. 5 and a 4. Yes, it will. It'll go over his head all the way to the wall. And E16, there is no 15. So it'll get over his Dominic Smith's head, and Desmond will head into second standing with a double. And so the Rockies are in business here to lead off the bottom half of the second. Here is Carlos Gonzalez, the right fielder. And that's a ground ball to short. Let's see if the runner will advance here. 1 second. Nope. Short ground ball to the shortstop. Looks the runner back to second, and that's one away here in the bottom half of the second. Here's the catcher, Chris Iannetta. That's a fly ball to left. Stopping in his tracks right there is Dominic Smith, and that's 1 away. Or 2 away, sorry. Runner on second with the Rockies trailing 4-0. And here's Noah Cuevas, and you know what? They're going to pitch to Cuevas because Marquez can actually handle the stick. He's going to think about intentionally walking him to get to the pitcher, but... And good decision because that's a ground ball to short. Rosario up with it, throws to first, and that retires the side. The Rockies leave 1, and we head to the top half of the third. Mets 4, Rockies nothing. And here is Todd Frazier hit by a pitch his first time up. And that's a curveball drops in, strike 3, and Frazier is out number 1 here in inning number 3. And here is Dominic Smith. Homered his first time up. And almost did it again. Fly ball center field, and it goes off the top of the wall. Smith into second with a double. Just missed hitting a second home run of the day on the same roll, actually. 3-6, that's 1-11, and it was a 12. Oh my. So, 1 out double gets a runner in scoring position. Here's Wilmer Flores, lined out to the first baseman his first time up. Okay. And that's a ground ball to third. They weren't holding Smith on. Arenado, thankfully with his great range, should get that. And E15 and a 6. That's a good play. So that's a ground ball handled by Arenado. Looks Smith back to second, throws to first, and that's 2 away here in the top half of the third. And here's Kevin Plawecki trying to get that runner home from second. That's a ground ball right back to the mound. Marquez easily gets it, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom half of the third, 4-0 Mets. Vargas will face the pitcher, German Marquez. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Drops it in there. Marquez misses, and here's DJ LeMahieu. 0 for 1, flew out to center his first time up. And another swing and a miss, strike 3. And Vargas is got his stuff here in the third inning, and here is Charlie Blackmon. And that's a fly ball center field. Conforto comes in and makes the catch, and that'll retire the side in order. We go to the top half of the fourth, 4-0 Mets. Here's the pitcher, Vargas, struck out his first time up using pitcher hitting card number 2. And against the lefty, that's a ground ball. That'll find the way past the second baseman, LeMahieu, and the leadoff batter is aboard. By the way, ballpark singles are 1-19, and ballpark home runs are 1-15 for Colorado. And here is Ahmed Rosario. And against a righty, that's a fly ball left field. Going back in front of the warning track is Cuevas. He will make the catch, and that's 1 away. And here is Brandon Nimmo on base twice today with a single and a walk. And they are not holding Vargas on at first. And that's down in the dirt, and Nimmo reaches base for the 3rd time today, his 2nd walk. And that'll put runners on first and second with 1 out. And here is Asdrubal Cabrera singled and grounded out to the pitcher in his 2 plate appearances. And that's a ground ball to LeMahieu. Easily get this. Can they turn 2? Yes, they can. LeMahieu over to Story, on to Desmond, double play. And so that was a 17. That's easily handled by LeMahieu. And after 3.5, it's the Mets 4, the Rockies nothing. Here's Vargas will face Arenado, Story, and Desmond here in the 4th inning. And here's the pitch to Nolan Arenado. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Excuse me. One away here in the bottom of the fourth. And the pitch to Story. That's a ground ball to the shortstop. Rosario will easily get that. And an 18 and an 11. That's a good play for Rosario. So he goes into the hole, gets it, sets and throws, and that's 2 away. And here's Ian Desmond. Doubled his first time up. And he does a little bit better than that. Long fly ball, left center field, and that ball is gone. Ian Desmond, long home run, and the Rockies cut the deficit to 4-1. Wow, so he crushed that thing. And here's Carlos Gonzalez. And this is a tapper right back to the mound. Vargas gets it, throws to first, and that retires the side. The Rockies get one, however, still trail 4-1. Here is Marquez coming out for the 5th inning here. And here is Michael Conforto, 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a sacrifice fly. And against the lefty, that's a fastball outside corner, strike 3. And here is Todd Frazier, hit by a pitch and struck out his 2 plate appearances. Oops. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop, Story. Throws to first, and that's 2 away. And here is Dominic Smith, the offensive hero for the Mets today. And against the lefty, that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So they finally get Dominic Smith out. And for the first time in the game, retire the side in order. We go to the bottom half of the 5th. Mets 4, Rockies 1. And this is Vargas' point of weakness. So they will be keeping an eye on him. Okay. So here's Chris Iannetta, 0 for 1 on the day. And that's a ground ball to the shortstop, Rosario, over to Flores, and that's 1 away. Here's Noel Cuevas. Ground ball to the third baseman, Frazier. He'll make a play on this. The throw to first is in time. An 11 would have been an error, but a 12 is not. And so that's a ground ball to Frazier, and that's 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th. And here is German Marquez. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Vargas has allowed 1 run over 5 innings, and we go to the top half of the 6th. The Mets lead 4-1. And Marquez will come out for the 6th. Although this is his point of weakness, we'll see how long he lasts. Okay, and that is a ground ball. That'll get through for Flores past Story. And that's the leadoff single. And here's Kevin Plawecki. They will not hold Flores on. Oops. Die jump the shark as always. And that's high. Oh, nope. Ball in the dirt. As you can see by the 1 on the D20 there. And the second D20 is the determiner, and that's a 4. And Marquez's wild pitch rating is a 9. So Wilmer Flores will go to second on a wild pitch. And we will re-roll for Plawecki. And nothing on that D20. Let me just get that into focus. And Too bad, because that's a ground ball right back to the pitcher. That would have been a double play ball, but instead the runner holds on second. And here is Vargas. They will bring the corners in. Vargas is an A bunter, so he will be bunting. And with a super advanced bunting chart, it's you roll the 3 dice, and I roll the D20 just for wild pitch rating. So, all right, so that's a 6, so I don't have to worry about the D20. So B in a 6 is defense. Now, with defense, what happens here is you take the runner's running rating, 9, minus 4, and then you add the fielder of note. So 6 is the third baseman, Arenado. So 50-50 chance they'll get him at third. So if it's 1 to 10, he's safe. Anything higher is an out at third. They're going to try to get the out at third. The plates of the shortstop cover, or the shortstop covering is in time. So great play by Arenado to get Flores going to third. We'll call that 5 to 6, I guess. And Vargas reaches on a, I guess we'll call that a fielder's choice. And here's Ahmed Rosario. Excuse me. 2 outs and a runner on first. Ground ball to second. LeMahieu gets it, throws to first, and that'll retire the side. 5.5 complete. Mets 4. Rockies 1. Excuse me while I take a drink of water here. And here's Jason Vargas to come out for the 6th inning. He'll face the top of the order, LeMahieu, Blackmon, and Arenado. And fly ball center field. And that's an easy play for Conforto. And here is Charlie Blackmon. And that's a long fly ball. Right center field. Looking up is Conforto, and he will watch it go. So the Rockies using the long ball today to get their offense. They'd like to actually get some ducks on the pond if to help. That's 4-2 Rockies, and Vargas shakes his head in disgust. Here's Nolan Arenado, and the Mets have Hansel Robles loosening in the pen. That's a fly ball right field. Coming in a few steps is Nimmo. He will make the catch, and that's 2 away. And here is Trevor Story with 2 outs and a runner in this inning, and it's 4-2 Mets. And that's a long fly ball. Left field. Going back on it is Dominic Smith. He will watch it go. 2 out solo home run for Story. And it is now a 4-3 ball game. And Terry Collins has seen, or whoever the manager is, seen enough. Hansel Robles will come in. Try not to blow this lead. And put him in the score sheet here. And here is Ian Desmond, doubled and homered his first time up. They want to turn him around because Desmond hits lefties much better than he does righties. And here's the pitch to Desmond. And that's a ground ball to third. Frazier up with it, throws, and that retires the side. The Rockies get 2 on solo home runs by Blackmon and Story. And we go to the top half of the 7th. The Mets now lead, but it's 4-3. And let's see here. Okay. Brian Shaw will be entering the game for the Rockies. And come in. He will face the top of the order, Nimmo, Cabrera, and Conforto. And here's the pitch from Shaw to Nimmo. And that's a line drive, and that'll get down and go all the way to the wall. Nimmo hits second and will be there with a stand-up double. So leadoff double by Nimmo, greeting Shaw. Fun, and here come the Boo Birds from the Rockies fans. Here's his dribble Cabrera. And that's a play for Iannetta. What's going to happen here? Okay, 1 out of 13. That's not going to be an issue. 4 and a 15. And that'll get past the Iannetta. And we'll call that a pass ball. Now, with 4 and a 15 is the PF. And with the PF, you roll against the wild pitch rating. But because Shaw has a 20 wild pitch rating, that automatically goes to the backstop. So they're going to bring the infield in with a runner on third and nobody out to try to hold this to a one-run game. Easy for me to say. And here's the pitch to Cabrera. And that won't matter. Cabrera laces one past the second baseman. And the Mets extend their lead back to 2 with a base hit by Cabrera. And here is Michael Conforto. The Rockies have Chris Rusin loosening in the pen as Shaw has not been able to get anybody out. They will not hold on Cabrera. And against the lefty, that's a walk. And might hold on for one more batter for Frazier, but Rusin is ready if needed. Shaw is tired, but I'm going to try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Nine, thankfully no dots, so that is a good strikeout, and that's one away. And that's going to be all for Shaw. Chris Rusin will come into the game. And to face the lefty, Dominic Smith. And the Mets are actually going to counter let's see here. All right, sorry, doing a little kind of housekeeping here with a move I might make. Okay, so Jose Bautista will hit for Dominic Smith, as they're probably looking to get better defense in anyways. So get him in the scorecard here. So Bautista will pinch hit with runners on first and second and one out. And we'll run in this inning. And here is a pitch to Bautista against Rusin. And that's a line drive base hit up the middle. Rounding third and heading home is Cabrera. He will score. And heading third is Conforto. And the Mets want to blow this thing open here. So Jose Bautista with a pinch hit single. And here is Wilmer Flores. Okay, 2, which means we check for the white die. It's 1, so we're checking the balk rating. And Rusin has a balk rating of 14, and that's what we roll here. So the umpire, he comes set, tries to quit pitch, and the umpire goes, nah. So the runner from third, Conforto, scores on the balk. Bautista goes to second, and we will restart the at-bat for Flores. 3 runs in the inning. And once again, that untrusty Rockies bullpen leading to their demise. And against the lefty, that's a fly ball left field. Coming in a step or 2 is Cuevas. He will make the play. And Bautista scurries back to second. And 2 outs. Here is Kevin Plawecki. So this is a little different. So 2 on the red D20 and a 6 means we check the pass ball rating for Iannetta. He has a PB of 0. So that goes away, and we will re-roll without the red D20. 111. And, okay, so here's a fun thing that I love doing with Super Advanced is, so 111 would be a base hit, but there's the Omega sign next to that. So if there was a runner in scoring position with 2 outs, that changes to a pop-up. We'll say that is to the shortstop Story, and that retires the side. So that has to be if it's an Omega with an out next to it, that changes to a base hit. So that'll retire the side. Rusin gets the final 2 outs of the inning, but not until the Mets score 3, and we go to the bottom of the 7th. It's stretch time. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back for its roof. For the Rockies, if they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. And Hansel Robles will stay on and pitch the bottom half of the 7th after getting the final out in the 6th. And he will face Carlos Gonzalez, Chris Iannetta, and Noel Cuevas. And that's a ground ball to second. Oh, wait a minute. Oops. Hold on. Before we get to that, we have some defensive changes. So we'll kind of let that be the role. Jose Bautista will stay into the game. Well, first off, Brandon Nimmo will move from right field to center field. So he will lose a little bit of range, but it's not that bad. It's just from a 2 to a 3. Okay, so Nimmo will now move to center. Michael Conforto will move from left field to from center field to left field and actually gain, he'll reduce his, or gain, yeah, I guess you could say. So he goes down to a 3, so he will now be in left field. And then Jose Bautista, who came in for pinch hit for Dominic Smith, will play right field. All right, now that we got that out of the way, Now we have our ground ball to second. Cabrera. It's a 4 and a 9. That should be a good play. And that's a rare play, so it's probably not going to be anything worth noting. 4 and a 9. For those that want to know what the G3 rare play is for Super Advanced, off the mound, deflects to the fielder, makes the out. So, when off the mound, big high hop for, it goes right to Cabrera, and that'll retire Gonzalez. So, 4-3 putout. And here is Chris Iannetta, 0 for 2 on the day. Ground ball to the shortstop. That's Rosario. And he makes the play. Here is the left fielder, Noel Cuevas, 0 for 2 on the day. And against the righty, that's a line drive base hit past the second baseman. And that'll bring up the pitcher spot. And Ryan McMahon will pinch hit for Chris Rusin, who will go 2/3 of an inning. Adam Ottavino will be loosening in the pen, and he will come in the top half of the 8th. So, let's get Abe. Okay. So runner on first, 2 outs, and here is Ryan McMahon to face Hansel Robles. And since that is not with a runner in scoring position, that is a line drive past the shortstop and into left field. Cuevas will, being held on, 2 outs. 17, they will let him go to third. And so, actually, no, he'd be -2 for... Now, they'll stay at second. They put up the stop sign. And McMahon puts runners on first and second. And here is DJ LeMahieu. And Chris Beck is loosening in the pen. He will face Blackman if it comes to that. So here is LeMahieu against Hansel Robles. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So that'll retire the side. We go to the top half of the 8th. The Mets lead 7-3. And Adam Ottavino will come into the game. And get him in the scorebook. And he will face a pinch hitter, Luis, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Mets fans, Guillorme. So Guillorme will pinch hit for Hansel Robles, who went an inning and a third in relief. And Chris Beck will be loosening and will come in a 7-3 ball game. All right, and here is Ottavino to Guillorme. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. And he is gone. And here is Ahmed Rosario. Okay. All right. So 1 away. Here's Rosario against Ottavino. High pop-up, left side of the infield. LeMahieu calls everybody off and makes the catch. And that's 2 away here in the top half of the 8th. And here's Brandon Nimmo. 2 for 2 with 2 walks. And here's the pitch from Ottavino. And that's high and outside, ball 4. But Brandon Nimmo seeing the baseball very well today. 3 walks, a single, and a double in 5 plate appearances. And here is... yeah, they won't steal. Here's Asdrubal Cabrera. 2 and a 1. That is a balk rating, no balk rating for Ottavino. So we will re-roll without the red D20. And against the lefty, that's high and outside ball 4. So Cabrera takes a walk, and there are runners on first and second. And here's Michael Conforto. And that's high and outside ball 4. So Ottavino has walked the bases loaded. And here is Todd Frazier looking to put this one out of doubt here for the Mets. Nope. High pop, right side of the infield. Yeah, right, left side of the infield. Mayhew will call everybody off and make the catch, and that'll retire the side. The Mets leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and Chris Beck will be coming into the ball game to pitch for Hansel Robles. And he will face Charlie Blackmon, Nolan Arenado, and Trevor Story. So, okay, so here's Chris Beck, and he will face the lefty Charlie Blackmon. And that's a high fly ball, right field, and that'll get out of here. Second home run of the day for Blackmon. And it's almost been an all-or-nothing game for the Rockies. That's their 4th home run of the day and the 2nd by Blackmon. And it's now a 7-4 ball game. And here's Nolan Arenado, which means Yuris Familia may have to come in the 9th. And that's a deep fly ball. Left field. Back to the warning track and makes the catch is the left fielder, Conforto. Wow, the Rockies almost got this to within 7 to 5. Arenado flies out the deep left field. Oof, that's that diamond there for ballpark. And that's 1 away. And here is Trevor Story as the fans settle down. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So Story strikes out. And here is Ian Desmond. 2 for 3 on the day with a double and a home run. Don't need that D20. That's a ground ball to the shortstop Rosario. He's there and up with it. The throw to first is in time. So that'll retire the side. The Rockies get 1 on the Blackmon homer. And we go to the top of the 9th. So we have Jake McGee will come out and pitch. Let's see if I can do that. Oh, we're going to check his availability here. He's available. No, he's not. So no, they won't go to McGee. He is unavailable today. Actually, not within. It will go to Harrison Musgrave out of the bullpen here, as they don't want to use Shaw for save situations. So Musgrave, fourth pitcher of the day. He will face Jose Bautista, who singled in a run his last time up. Okay, so Musgrave will lefty-righty matchup here. Yuris Familia is loosening in the pen. And that's high and outside ball 4. And Bautista's on with a leadoff walk. They will not hold him on. Here is Wilmer Flores. That's a line drive base hit down the first base or the third base line. Hitting second, going to third is Bautista. And and with a 3-run lead, they will hold him there. And Wilmer Flores with a double, and that puts runners on second and third. And here is Kevin Pilecki.